boy PK on another hiking experience, and as you know, the hiking continues. Today we're out at the Rietvlei Nature Reserve, just along the R21 in Pretoria. But I'm not alone. I've got Bradden hiking Stevens. How you doing, bruh?
Good on you, brother. Morning, guys.
Morning.
We're gonna have a great hike.
Yeah.
Lots of game out there.
Yeah.
Rhino, buffalo, maybe a cheetah.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
And what else do you offer here at the Rietvlei?
Yeah, so aside from the hiking, we also do guided game drives.
Yeah.
We've got a coffee shop here, nice meals.
Yeah.
Drive around, have a braai.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Okay, so let's see what this trail 8K has in store for us. Let's do this, guys. The hike actually starts at the coffee shop inside Rietvlei Nature Reserve. So once you're at the main gate, you drive for like 20 minutes inside the reserve to the coffee shop. This place is breathtaking, beautiful. It's like I'm at the safari. Can't believe this is in the city.
For all being here. I'm Brad. I'll be your guide for the next, should be about 3 hours or so. We've got a gentle, about 8-kilometer trail ahead of us. My hikes here and anywhere really, I've always said, it's not about doing X amount of distance in X amount of time. For me, it's about the sightings. And it's about enjoying a lot of the sightings we would miss while we're driving.
You want to find a snake? Yeah, find us a snake.
I hope so. It's been cold lately, so it's unlikely. But every now and then you come across one if you're lucky. Let's see how it goes. It is warming up, so I've already seen a hell of a lot more action on my way in than the last 3 days. I think the animals also like, yes, the sun is out.
Eish. Yeah, awuyazi sibafake west in your mind. Wild west into yazi ayetom asichinche lento ntwana uzo.
Time.
What's that?
Buffalo.
Oh.
So I wonder where the rest of the carcass is. It's been here a fairly long time. I'd say at least a good couple of months. Still got a bit of a smell to it and a little bit of meat around the foot, so it's not ancient. This has got some real weight to it. Something of this size. The only scavenger I can think of that's strong enough to tear this off and carry it around is brown hyena, and they are still here. You'll be surprised what is still around. So actually, one of the goals of this reserve is to breed healthy animals like the buffalo and then make them available for other reserves, public or private. We're actually in the process of relocating a bunch of buffalo to Dino King. So let's just do this single file again, guys. I want to limit impact on the felt. So it was a young one. So looking at the size of the horns, it has actually been here some time. This was probably about a 2 or 3 year old buffalo. So the horns obviously start little stubs, then they go straight, and only after a couple of years do they start curving in. There's the start of the curve. Here you can see the horn, so that's the keratin fibers. They grow over the bone.
And it's
we've been seeing a lot of porcupine scat, or their droppings. Here's a really good example, and that's fairly fresh. We talk about the cook sister effect. You're never going to look at a cook sister the same way again. So noticeably, and if you break apart porcupine scat, you're gonna see it's very fibrous. Yeah, that's a lot fresher than I thought. That's quite sticky still. So you can see a lot of fiber in there, and that's because their diet consists largely of roots. They dig up the roots of plants.
Do they shed them somewhere net? Vat hulle uit or
I think naturally they do shed a few, and then they're replaced by new ones. So I mean,
it wasn't always danger.
it's not always, no. I mean, the way they don't actually shoot their quills out at anything, it's a myth.
What is there porcupine in there?
No.
I don't want to lose.
So guys, this is very fresh. I'd say our biggest diggers here is aardvark. We don't have warthog, it's too cold. This is a nice big burrow. Aardvark, definitely. But it looks like you can actually see the end of the tunnel. This is fresh, this is in the last couple of days. I haven't been here on this particular part of the trail in a couple of weeks, but looking how nice and disturbed the ground is. Then obviously you don't have spider webs across the burrow, you don't have regrowth. This is fairly fresh, but as I can see the end, only about a meter down. Generally aardvark burrows are 2 to 3 meters deep, which they dig in a single evening. Here you can see it's quite wet. There's a natural fountain originates a couple hundred meters to our right, and then it floods the valley and eventually goes into the dam. There are 5 natural fountains in the reserve feeding the dam as well as the Rietvlei. Before committing, so it's a good idea to
Wow.
Yeah, where moet ek? Is jy daar?
Don't fall. We survived. We didn't get wet. Marlene, how's it?
It's so nice, it's so lovely.
So what do you love about this hike so far?
Oh, it's so nice and relaxing. We get so much information.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it
Weather
nice?
is perfect.
Perfect. Let's do this. I'm sure.
Fine, very fine.
Yeah.
It's amazing, this place.
And what do
in
you
the
enjoy
middle of
about
the
this?
city. I've enjoyed what is this, Rhinos?
Yeah.
Rhinos, yeah.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the talk around it from the tour guide, and I love that. I think where we are, I will enjoy bird-seeing.
with great views on the dam. When you get these little gaps in the reeds, have a look on the water. There is good chances for hippo and otters.
Now you can check the hippo and show us.
The water levels are quite a bit higher than they were in winter, so I'm not seeing as much hippo as I was, but they're still around. Cool. Against and in the grass. Hippo, the bulls are territorial. Most of their territory is in the water, but also a fringe of land. So they'll come out and walk up to 15 kilometers in the evening to get enough grass. They'll then mark these well-used trails. just as easy as it is for us to walk, it's also easier for a hippo, and multiple hippo will come through here. You're gonna make yourself known.
You see it?
That fish eagle is sitting just off
Colin,
the nest.
do you see it?
The nest is slightly down to the right, is the territory of one breeding pair of fish eagles. I always wondered how big these territories are on average, and I think it comes down to food availability. So sure, they don't only eat fish. I've seen them scavenging, eating other birds, eating chicks of other birds, but fish is a big part of the diet. Here it's a deep dam. It's not going to be easy to catch fish. So here, one pair, 38 square kilometers. If you go to easier fishing spots, like say the Okavango Delta, shallow rivers, lots of fish, lots of food, you could actually see a breeding pair every 2 square kilometers. To respect. Breeding herds like this, generally not a bigger issue. You look out for the Duggar boys. Let's just do straight line onto the road back home. Anyone else want to check for the pineapples? You don't mind?
Walking in a single file. We're having a great time out here. Guided hike 8K. Yeah, it's beautiful. As usual, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon when the next hiking video comes up. Anyways, walking to the finish. Let's do this.
So guys, according to my technology, that's about 9 Ks. So thank you. I don't trust this thing entirely. What do you guys have?
It's about 13,000 steps.
Yeah, I've got about 12,500 steps, about 9 Ks, in just over 3 hours. I think we had some good sightings. Thank you guys for all coming. It's been a pleasure to guide for you. I hope to see you all again soon. Coffee shop's up and running. You want snacks, cool drinks, whatnot, please go for it. You're obviously welcome to self-drive the rest of the reserve. I only showed you a small portion of the northern section. You've got the whole south to explore. You can then get out at the bird hides and picnic sites. Otherwise, if you want to follow me on Facebook, please do. Bradden Hiking Stevens. And my hikes outside of Rietvlei is Go Hiking SA. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and I think now TikTok, if I'm not mistaken. Over today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So bye bye.
Lovely.
Lovely. It's time on the hiking experience. How many cases is it there? Let's do
Today
this.
is between 13 and 18.
Where are you going?
Yeah, we're going there. Which way?
What?
Trying to go back now.
Yeah.